Now, Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning continues on TV 64.
Prostitution.
Man will face a judge today accused of using young girls for prostitution, where police caught up to him, and the support in place to help victims of human trafficking.
And a Union County officer killed in the line of duty will be forever memorialized in our nation's capital. What his widow told us about how she's keeping his memory alive. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Stephanie Maxwell.
Good Friday morning. I'm Eric Phillips. Weather and traffic every 10 minutes on Eyewitness News this morning. Meteorologist Keith Monday is in severe weather Center 9 with the beginning of your weekend.
Now we're getting a jump start on those weekend plans today with more cloud cover out the door this morning. You can see from our Charlotte cameras, it's fairly overcast, and that moisture level, it started to creep up late last night. It's coming right back in this morning. We had a few sprinkles earlier this morning up in the mountains, but yeah, all of that has disappeared for now. We're looking ahead to temperatures out the door, looking at mainly 60s across the map. 63 Charlotte to Belmont, 61 up in Mountain Island Lake, 64 down to York. So a touch more of the mugginess coming in so far, but our timeline through the day today, we don't see a big warm up compared to yesterday, a few degrees warmer. Mostly cloudy skies remain though for this afternoon. Coming up, the outline of our future cast into this weekend where the rain stays mainly, and we can keep it out of Charlotte for all those busy outdoor plans that we have ready to go. Now let's get you caught up on the morning drive on the roads. Where's the latest trouble at, Mark?
I got a big problem down towards Myers Park this morning. Just got confirmation from Charlotte Fire. They've been called and warned about a tree branch that has been falling. Looks like it's going to be blocking the road, and they have closed windover between Sharon Road and Providence Road. So if you plan on traveling through the area, you could use Sharon Lane or you could use Sharon Road up towards Queens. But we do have an accident on Providence near Sharon Amity now. We're seeing some minor delays because of that. So avoid it altogether and use Randolph to get around Providence. Now we had two separate wrecks on Sugar Creek being investigated, one in 85, one at Cinderella between 85 and 29. Not seeing any big delays here as of yet, but go ahead and use Graham Street to get around it. Stephanie?
We're following breaking news in Gaston County that we've been telling you about all morning long.
Within the last 20 minutes, police told us the man who was hit by a car in Dallas was actually found on the side of the road. Police say he is in his early 20s. They're not sure whether he may have been pushed, fallen, or thrown from a car, or whether he was walking and a car hit him. But the vehicle did not stay at the scene, and police don't have a description. This all happened around 5:30 this morning on Princess Lane at Dallas High Shoals Highway. The victim has life-threatening injuries, and we will continue to gather information on this story and bring you an update on air and online at WSOCTV.com. Today, a man who investigators think was involved in human trafficking in Charlotte is due in court.
Eyewitness News reporter Stephanie Quinn joins us with video of Channel 9 confronting him.
D'Angelo Huey, who you see in this video right here, has been charged with 2 counts of promoting prostitution of a minor and 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. This after police found him with a 15 and 16-year-old girl yesterday. Channel 9 was there when police arrested Huey at the Baymont Inn on Scott Futrell Drive near Charlotte Douglas Airport. We questioned him as police took him away.
The charges include prostitution of minors.
Nah, that wasn't me,
Prostitution of minors.
That wasn't me.
You know those girls are underage?
That wasn't me.
Back in 2013, state lawmakers passed a bill imposing harsher penalties for human traffickers while also protecting victims from charges of prostitution. Meantime, Charlotte's Human Trafficking Task Force met with county commissioners last month to discuss the help they need in order to help more victims. They discussed the need for training and also housing for victims. Right now, there are only 26 beds in the Charlotte area. D'Angelo Huey will appear in court today. Stephanie Quinn, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
7:33 now this morning. We're checking with police to find out if charges will be upgraded against a Charlotte mother after her child died from injuries he sustained in a crash last week. Shandara Harris is already charged with child abuse and reckless driving. Police say Harris was driving a van when it crashed on the Brookshire Boulevard. They say the child was not properly restrained and sitting on a sibling's lap at the time of that crash. 4 other children and another adult were also hurt. We're checking with troopers in Iredell County to find out if they've learned what caused a driver to crash into the woods along I-77. Chopper 9 Sky Zoom flew over that crash on southbound I-77 right near Sam Williamson Road yesterday afternoon. Crews shut down the interstate while they loaded the driver into a medical helicopter. There's no word on that person's condition.
7:34 this morning, investigators are trying to figure out who set a Northwest Charlotte building on fire. We brought you live pictures from the scene inside the former auto paint shop on Valleydale Road Wednesday morning on daybreak. No one was using the building at the time of the fire, and investigators don't have any suspects. People in York County may have to pay higher taxes next year. The county wants to hire nearly 24 more workers, including first responders, to handle a growing population. Our partners at the Herald tell us some people could see a 2% property tax hike, or about $12 a year for a $100,000 home.
7:35, investigators are learning more about the Amtrak crash, which killed 8 people, but they're still trying to determine what caused the train to speed up as it approached the curve. Andrew Spencer reports the NTSB is taking pieces of the train out of state.
Early this morning, crews loaded one of the train cars onto a trailer and took it away. It'll join other cars already transported to a rail yard in Delaware as investigators work out the details of how the crash happened. They won't get much help from Brandon Bastian, the engineer who initial data indicates was driving the train at more than 100 miles per hour in a 50-mile-per-hour curve when the train left the tracks, crashing and killing at least 8 people. Bastian has agreed to talk to NTSB investigators with his lawyer present, but his lawyer says Bastian doesn't remember much, having suffered a concussion in the crash.
Having the engineer speak would be helpful, but it's not essential. They have the physical facts, they have the event recorder, they'll be able to come up with a probable cause.
The NTSB says it has good quality video which shows the train accelerating as it approaches the curve instead of slowing down. In the final 65 seconds of that video, they say the train goes from less than 70 to 106 miles per hour. The question is why? A former coworker calls Bastian a great engineer.
Ever see him drinking?
Never.
Ever see him
No.
too sleepy? Texting?
No.
Phone calls?
Never had his phone out. It didn't matter what the situation was.
With 8 people dead and more than 200 injured, it's up to investigators to determine whether mechanical failure or human error is to blame. Andrew Spencer, Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning.
Overnight developments in Nepal, where search crews have found the wreckage of a missing U.S. Marine helicopter in the mountains near Kathmandu. 3 bodies have been recovered, but they have not yet been identified. The helicopter was carrying 6 Marines and 2 Nepalese service members when it disappeared on Tuesday. The team was assisting with disaster relief supplies after 2 devastating earthquakes in the last 3 weeks.
A senior Veterans Affairs leader told members of Congress billions of dollars are being misspent at troubled VA hospitals. Whistleblower Jan Fry says the VA has been improperly and illegally spending more than $5 billion a year by using government purchase cards for large expenditures with limited oversight or checks on fraud and abuse. Auditors found more than 15,000 payments in a 1-year period improperly made on purchase cards.
In some ways, it's a culture of lawlessness. We have violated the law for so many years that sometimes we have forgotten that
revenue. Fry detailed his concerns in a 35-page memo he sent privately to the VA secretary in March. He says he never got a response.
7:38 in South Carolina, newly released video shows a police officer's view from his body camera as he works to clear protesters off of the Ravenel Bridge. Earlier this month, we told you about the police brutality protest that blocked several lanes on the bridge in Charleston. In the body cam footage, you can hear a Mount Pleasant officer asking protesters to move to the pedestrian pathway and threatening arrest if they don't. This comes as a bill to equip all South Carolina officers with body cameras awaits approval in the Senate.
Your time almost 7:39. Today, a memorial service will be held in Hickory to honor law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty. The ceremony will include a wreath laying, playing of bagpipes, and an honor guard firing a 21-gun salute. If you're interested in attending, today's service starts at 1 at Catawba Memorial Park in Hickory. A Union County Sheriff's deputy who died after a semi-truck fell on his cruiser is now permanently memorialized in the nation's capital. Sergeant Jeffrey Green was killed last November. His name was added to the National Law Enforcement Memorial just this week. His widow April was there to take an etching of her husband's name and remember his passion and optimism. She also met with local members of Congress, including Robert Pittenger. April says being at the memorial was bittersweet.
This is the last place in the world I want to be, but it's the only place I want to be right now.
April says she still has the last voicemail her husband left her, and she listens to it every day. The names of 273 other officers were added to the memorial this week. Eddie Weeks, the driver accused of the crash that killed Green, is charged with misdemeanor death by motor vehicle. Investigators say he could not stop at a red light on Highway 74 and jackknifed. He's due in court again in August. We have much more on Sergeant Green on our website, WSOCTV.com. Log on and you can see all of our video from the police memorial, read our past coverage, and listen to our previous interviews with his wife, April.
It's 7:40. Weather and traffic every 10 minutes on Eyewitness News this morning. Meteorologist Keith Monday is tracking your forecast for the day in Severe Weather Center 9.
Well, a lot of cloud cover out there this morning, Eric. The humidity is spilling back in. A little disturbance did develop a few little sprinkles over the last few hours. Now that disturbance is already swinging east of Charlotte, so it's going to take that sprinkle chance with it and eventually pull some of the clouds away with it as well as we head through the rest of the day. But heading into the weekend, we're gaining that moisture. The humidity is coming up, but the rain chances, they stay relatively small. We'll show you that in the Futurecast data in the next 10 minutes. We still see a lot of dry time for your weekend plans. Now let's get you back out on the roads with Mark, where we still have some slowdowns out there.
Yeah, we got some breaking news coming in from Union County this morning. A fatal crash. We know one person has died in an accident scene that happened around 7:20 this morning. This is happening on Highway 601 near Bauckham Dees Road in Unionville, just north of Monroe. You're going to need to avoid the intersection. Either use Morgan Mill Road as an alternate route or Seacrest Shortcut as an alternate. We've got more information coming on that shortly. Eric?
All new and ahead in our 8 o'clock hour, the family of 3 people murdered in South Charlotte say they are relieved the killer is on his way to prison. How they say the sentence gives them the closure they're looking for.
And an elderly cancer patient called 911, the desperate plea for help that's generating a huge response from across the country.
And if you use the Starbucks app, you may want to consider paying cash the next time you stop for coffee. The way hackers are using it to clean out some customers' bank accounts. Breaking news out of Union County right now. Highway Patrol is on the scene of a deadly crash on Bauckham Dees Road at Highway 601 just north of Monroe. It happened around 7:20 this morning. Troopers don't have any more information about how it happened, but we do have a crew on the way to the scene, and we will bring you updates just as soon as we get them right here on WSOC and on our website, WSOCTV.com.
This morning, Eyewitness News is asking police if they've tracked down the person who shot a man at a park in West Charlotte. The victim was shot while sitting at his car at Reed Park. Police say it happened sometime between 5 and 7 Thursday night. A friend took the victim to the hospital with serious injuries. Police say it's not clear why the victim was targeted.
Today, a former Lancaster County sheriff is starting an 18-month probation sentence after he damaged a neighbor's home. Johnny Cawthon admitted in court yesterday he used a slingshot to shoot pellets, marbles, and paintballs at a neighbor's house and car in Rock Hill. Cawthon told the judge he didn't know why he did it, but he was sorry. New this morning, a South Carolina sheriff's deputy is in the hospital after someone shot him. The shooting happened in Monk's Corner, about 30 miles north of Charleston. The officer was taken to Medical University Hospital. There's no word on his condition. Police say they're looking for a black Hyundai Santa Fe with a handicapped license plate that may be involved in the shooting.
7:46 this morning, we are working to find out if firefighters have determined what caused several fires at a South Charlotte apartment complex. They say they've responded to 5 fires at Linden Square Apartments off Providence Road in the last month. The most recent one happened just yesterday morning. Channel 9 was also there early Tuesday morning when firefighters responded to the complex to put out a small brush fire. No one was hurt in any of the fires.
7:46. The second lady encouraged graduates at CPCC that they can change the nation.
The best motivation is the students who we celebrate today.
Second Lady Dr. Jill Biden gave the commencement address at the community college before 1,800 students. Earlier this year, the president announced a plan that calls for complete tuition coverage at community colleges. That could benefit about 9 million students a year, saving the average student nearly $4,000.
We support almost any effort that would make community college more accessible.
For
Administrators told Channel 9 they'd like to see if any strings would be attached to the funding.
North Carolina House leaders are again trying to change how much you pay every time you fill up. 2 months ago, the General Assembly agreed to drop the tax to 36 cents per gallon, eventually dropping it to 34 cents. Now the House is considering another drop to 33 cents. The bill would also raise DMV fees by 50% to generate more money for roads. The gas tax plan is a small piece of the $21.5 billion budget that lawmakers are racing to finish. Leaders debated public safety and education budgets yesterday. Senate writers will work through the weekend piecing together the subcommittee's proposals. Then Sunday night or Monday morning, they'll unveil the full budget. Thieves are allegedly draining Starbucks customers' bank accounts by tapping into their store app.
The Starbucks app lets you pay at checkout with your phone. Action 9 investigator Jason Stujenki found out what's making customers so vulnerable.
Like a lot of college students, Erin Brady drinks her fair share of Starbucks. She even downloaded the app so she can pay with it at the register.
It's really easy and you get rewards too.
She only uses gift cards to put money in her app account, so when it's out, it's out. But some people link their accounts to their bank accounts, credit cards, or PayPal, so their accounts automatically reload. We're told thieves are tapping into accounts and diverting money to themselves, and if those accounts reload, that they're hitting those customers again.
Anything can be hacked these days, really, so easily.
Starbucks wouldn't go on camera but emailed Action 9. Hackers have not broken into the app itself. That Starbucks system is not compromised. The company believes criminals may be hacking into certain people's accounts, which is different. It blames weak passwords. As for Brady, she will keep using the app, but keep a closer eye on it too.
I don't have a whole lot of money to spare, so I need to be like the safest I can be.
In Elizabeth, Jason Stujenki, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
If you want to use the app, just make sure you use strong passwords and change them often. Time now for a check on your forecast. Meteorologist Keith Monday is in Severe Weather Center 9.
And Eric, watch the clouds coming in this morning. It's a very hazy, cloudy view from our Lake Norman camera. Big difference from the last 2 days. I mentioned this earlier this week. We would have a short window of very dry air, and well, that window is already closed. Humidity is already building back in. Low 60s, everybody east of the mountains except Chesterfield. You're still at 59. Middle 50s in the mountains, so a much warmer start to the day today. And as we head out there, Wells Fargo Championship round 2, we start to warm things up steadily, but not a blistering hot day. It won't be like we had to deal with Monday and Tuesday out there for the practice rounds. Still warming up around 80 today, but you'll notice more of the humidity beginning to build back in as we head our way through this afternoon. It's still relatively low humidity today, but into the weekend, it is going to return to the steamy category, especially by Sunday afternoon. We'll be warming up back in the 80s, and that'll all lead to more humid weather, making it feel more warm and stuffy out there. So this weekend, starting today through tomorrow, the rain chances are confined to the mountains. We'll keep about a 30% chance for just a brief shower to pop up with the warmth of the afternoon. Here through Charlotte, only about a 10% chance. Very low shot for any rain to move in. For tomorrow, it's all mountains and foothills that will see the chance for downpours coming in. Elsewhere on the futurecast is quiet around Charlotte. Great news for the All-Star race tomorrow night. Sunday morning, everyone's dry, but already by midday on Sunday, the showers are returning. And through the afternoon, they'll hang out just west of Charlotte, maybe getting a little closer to the city on Sunday. We'll bump up that chance ever so slightly, but for the most part, our weekend activities are still looking quiet. So more muggy weather returns tomorrow evening for the All-Star race, staying in the 70s through the evening hours. As we head out there at Quail Hollow on Sunday for the last round of the championship, we may see a few showers trying to sneak in. So we'll keep you posted through the weekend. Our 5-day forecast with that weekend right around the corner. The temperatures are going up. Low 80s tomorrow, mid 80s on Sunday. We'll keep those mid 80s into early next week with more scattered downpours likely by Monday and Tuesday. So it does look like most of the rain chance for the vast majority of us will hold off until early next week.
So not a bad weekend on tap at all.
Not at all. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of rain coming in, so should be good. You'll just notice the steam is coming back.
All right, we're going to hold you to it. Thank you.
We have weather and traffic every 10 minutes on Eyewitness News this morning. Traffic Team 9's Mark Taylor following some breaking news in Union County, Mark.
That's right. We got a fatal crash on a monitoring just north of Monroe in Unionville. in which Highway 601, it's blocked, it looks like, right around Bockham Deese Road. This is, again, in Unionville. This is a fatal crash being investigated. We're working to get some more information. In the meantime, use Seacrest Shortcut Road as an alternate route, or even Morgan Mill Road to get around it. Then we have an incident over in Myers Park that has Windover Road blocked in both directions between Sharon Road and 16. That's due to some down tree in the roadway. You can use Sharon Lane as an alternate route. You can even use Sharon Road to get around it. And then, of course, we're looking at live pictures now of an early morning crash that took out lines on Gibbon Road right around Sugar Creek. That's going to be there for a while, so you're going to need to use DeRuyter Road as an alternate route around that closure. Stephanie?
Ahead at 8, new information about a story that is generating a lot of interest on social media. The 2 things York Comprehensive High School officials say they learned after a protest about flags on cars went viral.
Drivers on I-485 could get to their destinations a bit quicker in the coming days. How DOT hopes to help cut down on accidents by raising the speed limit. And here's a live look from our Lake Norman cam as we head to break. A bit of a hazy day out there, but you've got a good weekend on tap to look forward to.
Follow us on Twitter.
Breaking news in Union County right now. Highway Patrol is on the scene of a deadly crash on Bockham Deese Road at Highway 601, just north of Monroe. It happened around 7:20 this morning. Troopers don't have any more information about how it happened, but we do have a crew all the way to that scene. We'll bring you some updates just as soon as we get them right here on WSOCTV.com. Now let's check in with Traffic Team 9's Mark Taylor for a look at the impact on traffic.
Yeah,
Mark?
it's causing some big backups both directions. Highway 601, Unionville, just north of Monroe. Again, this is Highway 601 at Bockham Deese Road. You're either going to want to use Morgan Mill Road as an alternate route, or you could use a Seacrest Shortcut Road, but avoid 601 this morning. Also down towards Myers Park, we've got a tree limb that's blocked Windover Road between 16 and Sharon Road. You're going to use Sharon Road or Sharon Lane, but avoid Windover. We'll let you know when it completely reopens on WSOCTV.com and on TV 64. Keith?
We're starting out with cloud cover this morning. Most 60s out the door. Everybody east of the mountains now, mid 50s up high. The cloudy skies will break up a little bit as the day goes on. Keeping a very low rain chance today, even though the humidity is coming up. Upper 70s for this afternoon. The mountain counties will keep a better chance for a scattered downpour chance to roll through. Same case into the weekend, just warmer weather. We're back in the mid 80s, heading our way into Sunday through early next week.
Today, a memorial service will be held in Hickory to honor law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty. That ceremony will include a wreath laying, playing of bagpipes, and an honor guard firing a 21-gun salute. If you're interested in attending, today's service starts at 1 at Catawba Memorial Park in Hickory. Good Morning America continues now if you're watching us on Channel 9 and on TV 64. The reason DOT officials say a faster speed limit on I-485 will make travel safer for drivers.